333. R.I.P.P. Don P. PhD. Yo. I said, R.I.P. TV. Tell the homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? R.I.P.P. God bless the real. Only for the righteous. The rest will go to hell. Flipping through the book of Revelation. Figure it out. Transliterate the translation. Do it yourself. It's the last days. Life is a test and we in a cage. Concrete jungle. Everyday struggle. Fuck the pain. I'm on some HNIC shit. Hegelian 3 shit. If you don't know what I mean, you was never G. Real shit. R.I.P. Yo, P, play that beat back, 333. Burn some weed, repeat that. Shake me up a Tuka pack, break me off a 20 piece. I'm gone, never looking back. Yeah, I can't talk to me. R.I.P. TV, tell the homie. Mob Deep Mondays, that's everyday, thoughty. It's all for the community. That's what P showed me. We lost without the unity. Where the fuck is the OGs? Like the weed, play some IMD for me. It's hell on earth for real, but y'all don't wanna see paper trail politics. All the shit was prophecy, strictly for the family. Peace to the prodigy. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. R.I.P.P. I sleep when it's time for me. Dope dreams bring the skizzy, pour the Hennessy. Searching for some inner peace, couple hundred G's. Deadly weapons and some weed just for you and me. Yo.
Yo, what up? I had the mic muted. What up, everybody? Bud Toka, what up, homie? Vixen, what's good? It is time for Beat Boutique. It's time to make everybody's music better together. I'm in here. Migraines or not, you never let them see you crack. So, hope everybody's been working hard. Lord knows I have been. Maybe a little bit too hard. If that's a thing. So, as always, I start off these episodes by playing whatever it is I've been working on. And I haven't been making any beats, I've just been mixing them. So, I'm going to play a couple beat mixes I've been working on. And we'll see what you guys think. Straight out the lab from 333 Productions, Billy Lines, you motherfucking monster, you. So, this is January's Beat Battle winner. I think I'm pretty much done with this one. So, I'll let you know what you guys think.
I have made a significant find in the Kandarian Rune, a volume of ancient Sumerian burial practices and funerary incantation. It is entitled Naturon de Monto, translated Book of the Dead. have made a significant find in the Kandarian rune, a volume of ancient Sumerian burial practices and funerary incantation. It is entitled Naturan de Manto, translated Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead.
No matter what the people say.
Book of the Dead.
God damn, that shit gives me goosebumps. Billy Lines, dude. Chronic, what up, homie? You know how it goes. Just playing some shit I'm working on to start it off.
I have made it.
You're not the only one, homie. Going to the post office in New York is... you're waiting for a couple hours, so I feel you, homie. Alright, let me play the other one that I was mixing the other day. See what we think about this one. Dope, you know, let's make your music better together. That's the whole point of Beat Boutique, homie. So this is the other one that I'm working on currently. Word. So let me see if I've been working on anything else. I don't think I have. See, I've been working on this one. I think I finished. Word. Let me see if I've been working on anything else. I did just talk to the Fox recently, and that is 1,000,000% not what I've been working on. What the fuck? I've been talking to the Fox recently, and she has agreed that she will be a participant in the beat shop. Not this Sunday, but maybe next Sunday. So, that will be your chance to shop beats directly to Santana Fox. This Sunday, I'll see if I don't know if I've given you guys enough time to get ready for it. But this Sunday, we might see if we get Nice the Future in here finally to do this. I mean, you got to WeTransfer it, Buck. You already know that. So, this is what I've been working on for the Fox because, shit, I'm trying to land beats too. Word. So, yeah, I got some work to do on that one. And the last two mixes, I'll be critical of myself. I ain't like the last one before that, and the one before that when the snare needs to be snappier. So, I definitely have some motherfucking work to do. But, it's not about me. It's about what you guys are working on. I just play what I'm working on to get things warmed up a little bit. So, I know Billy Lines has been working on something. And, shit, just as soon as I say I'm about to play... that would be dope, Clee. If Bone Thugs was still rocking. Keen, what up, yo? Well, I mean... Yeah, that'd be me. Country accent living in Brooklyn. So... I mean, this is everybody's favorite time of any episode. Let's see what Billy Lines has been working on. What you got for me, homie?
Listen.
I know those samples.
It's a nightmare. The early
It's amazing to hear how you flip that sample that I sent you, dude. Billy Lyons, fucking dope, dude. That's definitely a rapper's beat. Yeah. So, as always, Billy Lyons bringing the motherfucking heat. I expect nothing else from him. So, you guys know the deal. It's not 9:30. It's not 3:33 somewhere. Let's see if I got anything else I can play before we jump into making everybody's music better together. Let me see what I got. Let's see. Oh, what song am I going to mix next from Cash? Probably going to be this one. Just because I know it's a two-part record. So, in order to tell both parts of this story properly, you got to get both of them out. So, it's probably going to be the next song I mix from Cash's album. Shout out to my homie Big Dig on the beats.
Got my own issues, my own problems. Me and my bitch fussing and cussing. I gotta leave, I gotta breathe, get some weed. I need some time for me. When you living with your chick, it ain't no privacy. What I believe, she don't give a fuck about that bothers me. I still love her, so I leave and let her clear her head. I clear mine also, or so I thought so. I hit the street, bump into this dude Jermaine, kinda lame. Ever since we met, all he do's complain. He walked up to me like, yo, I'm trying to figure out, cut his ass off. I got other shit to think about. I got no attitude, don't think I'm being rude. Today is not a good day, and I ain't in the mood. He still persists, I know you got $1 cash. I gave it to him, now go on with your begging ass. Get a job, nigga, try to earn something. I ain't trying to teach you, but I still need you to learn something. I just can't seem to get a second to myself. Please respect my space and my mental health, damn. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts by sorting out my problems and not the ones you brought. I just can't seem to get a second to myself. Please respect my space and my mental health, damn. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts by sorting out my problems and not the ones you brought. I continue walking, processing my thoughts when I'm interrupted by 4 men. Here we go again. Excuse me, sir, no strength. Where will we find that at? Excuse me, sir. What the fuck? I look like Google Map. In fact, I'ma tell you, but let's have a chat. I'm about to tell you where you going, but where you at? This is Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You see that fancy watch you sportin', cover it. You might get it tookin'. His friends looking frantic like damn it. I'm like, calm down, homie, don't panic. You'll manage, it's just some shit you should know when leaving your crib, you should always know where you going. Now what you looking for is 1 block up, make a right, whole strip can't be missed unless you without sight. Another thing, when you see me talking to myself, that shit on my mind may be bad for your health. I just can't seem to get a second to myself. Please respect my space and my mental health, damn. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts by sorting out my problems and not the ones you brought. I just can't seem to get a second to myself. Please respect my space and my mental health, damn. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts by sorting out my problems and not the ones you brought. Finally, I get a second just to clear my head. Go to the store for a soda, but bought a beer instead. Ran into my nigga Rag, gave him that, what up, G's? First nigga all day, asking what's up with me. He said, you chillin' here? Let's hit the liquor store. My girl keep calling, I'm stalling, so I hit ignore. He like, what you do that for? Homie, what's on your mind? You see I want peace, but it's so hard to find. And my bitch stress me, don't understand the grind. We either fightin' or fucking, that's most of the time. My music doing fine, but it could be doing bigger. He said you gon' pop, cause you an ill nigga. He asked about my pops, I asked about his sister. Country boy, so we smoking out a grape swisher. Now I'm tipsy and heavily weeded. Thanks for understanding, that's exactly what I needed. I just can't seem to get a second to myself. Please respect my space and my mental health, damn. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts by sorting out my problems and not the ones you brought. I just can't seem to get a second to myself. Please respect my space and my mental health, damn. I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts by sorting out my problems and not the ones you brought.
Yo, I can't rap, even though I wrote that hook. I can't rap. When I was working with Cash, building this album, the whole idea was trying to make something that's relatable. There's too much rap where it's all fantasy rap. Cars and jewelry and girls and money and gangster shit and all this stuff that never really happened in these people's lives. So the goal was to make something that normal people could relate to. And I don't know nobody that can't relate to that shit. Yo, I'm working on my own shit. Leave me the fuck alone. I got my own shit going on. So, that's part 1. We got 3 minutes left until we get into your music. So let me play you part 2. The whole story goes, he's walking down the street and people keep fucking bothering him when he's just trying to sort out the problems that him and his girl are going through at the moment. And the best way to get in out of the headspace is to go get a drink. So he heads to the liquor store. And this would be part 2. There we go.
I'm living my story, tell me yours. Rhymes, lines, and pens, man, it's an open door. I just smoked some weed and hit the liquor store. My problems will all go away. I'm living my story, tell me yours. Crimes, lies, and sins, damn, so tell me more. Just smoke some weed and hit the liquor store. I promise it'll all be okay. I pulled up like I'm working out. Left my last chick, shit wasn't working out. But see, that ain't what this verse about. This about maturity, cause I'm a different person now. Hate me, I won't blame if it remains forever. Hawk facility, your feelings change with the weather. If you like me, you don't wanna fail. Life's a quarter, every head got its own tales and its own scars from their own wars. This is my story, so homie, tell yours. I stimulate minds, they looking for applause. You want realistics? your arm cords. Looking out the window, I see the sunshine, but dark thoughts seem to come across my mind. I'm thinking about life, but am I really living? They all hit a ball, but I knock them off they pivot. I'm living my story, tell me yours. Rhymes, lines, and pens, man, it's an open door. I just smoked some weed and hit the liquor store. My problems will all go away. I'm living my story, tell me yours. Crimes, lies, and sins, damn, so tell me more. Just smoke some weed and hit the liquor store. I promise it'll all be a couple weeks ago, I lost my best friend. What good is having money with loneliness in the end? No real homie since phoniness and some friends. Fake as zirconias, they shine to soon end. I lost my grandma, never found a woman equal. Never knew what was worse, the cancer or the chemo. Seemed like my fear of dying got me scared to sleep, folks. And my fear of flying seemed to keep me street low. Doors of opportunities ain't built with no peephole. So before I jump in, I turn the knob and peek slow. Bills is built like a tree. I might reach my peak slow, but even in this phase, niggas still seem weak though. Chapters in my life, how I like to keep close. Take the game over if I make all my free throws. Drive yourself crazy trying to figure out what he know. Everyone's a villain and they're killing for it. With all this life around me, my inside still managed to die, and my soul still managed to cry. And honestly, I don't know why. I still look to the sky, peacock strut, head up high. This life surrounds me. My inside still managed to die, and my soul still managed to cry. And honestly, I don't know why. I still look to the sky, peacock strut, head up high. I'm living my story, tell me yours. Rhymes, lines, and pens, man, it's an open door. I just smoked some weed and hit the liquor store. My problems will all go away. I'm living my story, tell me yours. Crimes, lies, and sins, damn, so tell me more. Just smoke some weed and hit the liquor store. I promise it'll all be okay.
Whew, I love that fucking song, man. That shit's so goddamn good. So goddamn dope. Alright. Enough of me. It's time to get into what you guys have been working on. So, you know the drill. Oh, before I even get started, March's beat contest is on. So, I figured out which loop pack I'm going to be using this month. And on top of that, I'm combining it with another pack. So, it'll be a pack of loops. There's going to be a pack of breaks for you guys to get busy with. So, you already know. You want to participate in this month's beat battle? DM me, hit me up, you know the drill. We'll make it happen. There's a caveat now, because 333 merchandise and apparel has launched officially. So, with every hoodie purchase is a free entry into March's beat battle, and I will send you the 2 beat packs as soon as we make it happen. So everybody who's already supporting the 333 apparel and merchandise, that shit's amazing. Anytime anybody fucks with anything that I make, I'm truly humbled as a creator and a human being that people would even fuck with what it is that I do. I'm just trying to do dope shit, man. So, Buck, I am downloading this Pro Tools session. We'll get to it whenever it's whenever it finally opens. So, I should play you guys some of the loops first, so you know what we're getting into. Where did I put it? Back in the Loop. Well, I mean, clearly we're going to start at Back in the Loop Volume 1. So if you've already got Back in the Loop Volume 1, get busy. If you haven't and you want to participate in March's beat battle, or the winner, now I've got even more shit to give you, because now I got clothes. So you will receive a full Keen observer, very keen of you, but Karma Tees is dead and gone. And now we're on to 333 merch, i.e. t-shirts and hoodies on deck. And honestly, dude, I couldn't be any happier with how it's turned out and the response from it. So, I guess I should play some of these. I don't even know what these are. I got tons of them. I don't even know how many are in here. I'm not going to sit here and play them all. It's retarded. There are 58 loops in this pack. So, 58 loops from my brain to you. Sample and royalty free. I don't want shit from you. Go make dope music. I don't care. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to sit there and make you sign a contract to where if you make anything with any of my loops that you owe me half. That shit is lame as fuck. And that shit's so corny to me. It's so goddamn corny. I get it. Go make money, whatever. But like, what are you really here for? To make money or to make an impact? So, there will be Back in the Loop Volume 1. And I am going to pair it with Them's the Breaks Volume 1. And, dude, it doesn't even tell me how many are in Them's the Breaks, but I'm pretty sure it's around 3,000 breaks. So, yeah. Good luck going through all of those. So, this month's March Beat Battle will be Back in the Loop Volume 1, combined with Them's the Breaks Volume 1. So that's over 3,000 loops and breaks for you to get busy with. And like I just said, anybody that enters this contest, if you buy a 333 hoodie, I will send you this month's beat contest loop pack and break pack on me. So, other than that, it's time to get busy. Let me see what you guys have got for me. Let's see what we got. Alright, but, well, you guys know the deal. Hit the little button, send me a fucking $1, a penny, I don't care. Send something, and I will help you with your music. Again, this is all about gaming, YouTube's algorithm, so much so that the week that I took off, YouTube basically hit me up and was just like, yeah, where the fuck you been at? Like I done fell off or something because I took a week off. For fuck's sake, I do like 30 streams a week for the last year and a half it's going on. So I took 1 week off and they act like I never did this shit before. Keen Observer, hoodies are $75. Thank you, Chronic. And all my loop and beat packs are $20. So, you know, if you buy a hoodie and you want to enter this contest, it's basically $20 off the hoodie with a free loop pack and break pack. So that's really $40 off because I sell both of those for $20 each. But I'm combining our forces like Voltron this month, and I will be doing that moving forward. So, yeah, hit up the 333 shop on Instagram if you want to see what I've been working with. Clearly this is one of my t-shirts. So let me know and we will combine our forces and do some dope shit. So, Chronic, as always, welcome to the Thunderdome, homie. See what you've been working on. Alright, this one's dope, yo. This one's dope. So, on your main sample in the sifts, don't be afraid to cut off some of the bottom end of that, because it's not really you're not even really going to hear it. Just feel it out. Don't cut off too much of it. When you start to feel it be zapped out of it, then Goon Campaign, you already know, homie. Once you feel it start to get zapped out of it, then that's where you stop cutting it. So with that scenario right there, you're going to have to shelf off on your main synths and that sample at least 45 and down. Like, cut that off down there, because you don't need it in those samples. And your bass and your kick are going to sound like they're hitting harder without you actually having to push anything. So, as always, when mixing, it is more effective to take things away than it is to keep pushing. But I like that one. It's just dope. Just got to clean up the bottom end of that. It's a little I don't want to say messy, because it's not the proper word. But it's full. There's a lot of stuff going on in the same region of that. So let's get rid of some of that so that the other parts that should be there, the bass, the kick, and things like that, have more life and more space without having to push. We don't want to redline anything. Good word. A little muddy at the bottom end. Shit's cool, so I already know what's going on in this one. Everything's panned right and left. It seems like. I might be wrong, but it just seems, and you know, you get that a lot with any DAW at this point, any production suite, that everything's in stereo all the time. And it doesn't necessarily always need to be in stereo. Roderick, what up, homie? But that one in particular, get your pan game on. So, you know, put something at 100, and then the next sound, put those at 75, and the next one, put those at 50, and then at 25. Just put some space in between them. Now, the further that you pan inwards, it's going to feel like it's getting louder. And that's okay. Just fucking bring the dynamics and the volume down a little bit. So, it's more about spacing, because with your production style, there's a lot of things that are sitting on top of each other. So I don't want to use the word muddy, because that one's not a low end issue. There's just a lot of things fighting for the little bit of space that you have available. So you got one or two options. You can get your pan game on and learn how to place things within this two-dimensional matrix that you're given, so that they're not fighting each other so much. I'm a big advocate on giving everything its own space. And you can watch any of my live mixes that I do on YouTube. Huge advocate for everything having its own space to work and operate in. That way nothing's missed. Because you have to remember, and I have this problem sometimes when I'm making beats or I'm mixing something, I might want something to just be very subtle, and I might make it too fucking subtle and you won't even hear it. I'll hear it because I made it and I know it's there. But it might be so subtle that nobody else can even hear it. And I make that mistake all the time. A really good thing to do with your beats and your guys' production, songs that you're working on, whatever it is. You know, once you think you finalize the mix, leave it alone for a while. I mean, I'm talking about don't keep mixing. I'm talking about don't even listen to that shit for like a week, maybe even 2 weeks. If you can go back in 2 weeks and you're still like, yeah, this is it, I nailed it, then you nailed it. But usually that's not going to be the case, which is why whenever I'm mixing somebody's beat or somebody's record, if you guys pay me to mix your beats or records, you'll know. Billy Lines knows. And Buck knows also. I'm going to tell you, give me 3 days. I'm not working on it for 72 hours. But what I will do is work for a couple hours and then just stop. And then I'll reapproach it the next day with some fresh ears. And by the third day, if there's nothing that bothers me after 3 days of doing that, then I know I'm good money. Now, even today, the first couple of songs that I played, 3 Days in the Book of the Dead, fire, I nailed that one. But the other two mixes that I've been working on, I got a little bit of work to do on those. Now, I haven't listened to either of those in at least a week, maybe even longer. So that's giving myself a fresh perspective on it. Especially if you work on something for hours at a time. At the end of that, your ears, I don't want to say they're shot, but they are tired. They will be fatigued. So it's always good. One thing I do like to do if I'm under a deadline or a small window of opportunity is mix in the morning when I get up. I'll do morning meditation and then I jump right into whatever I'm mixing because I just woke up and it's a fresh perspective, fresh ears, fresh everything before my brain even realizes that I'm awake, and then I'm off and running. So, yeah, you should definitely allow whatever you're working on to breathe and then come back. So, Emancipator always do the next morning. And this is who I learned this from, essentially. He would always do the next morning because he'd say, yeah, I mean, everything sounds great at 3 o'clock in the morning whenever you're high and drunk and shit. You've been taking drugs, you've been working on music for the whole day. What's it going to sound like in the morning when you're sober? That's the most critical time to listen. Is, yeah, Billy Lines, you be going in like 72 straight hours, and that's fine. But just give it a couple, give it a rest, and then see where it goes from there. But Chronic, I mean, you're dope, dude. 1 second. Just got an order for my hoodie. Keen observer. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, dude, I'm running like 96 things at once. It's fucking nuts. I stretch myself too thin sometimes. You have to, whenever you got the inspiration. Listen, you guys haven't seen me work on making a beat in weeks because I had a 2-week run where it was just in me. So, whenever you're inspired, just create. And whenever you don't have the creative bug, then go mix what you've already created. Hold on. There we go. Sounds like Crystal Method. Rick Rude, Manny Capone, my homie. What up, G's? Yeah, Chronic, it sounds like Crystal Method a little bit. I used to listen to a lot of Crystal Method. Back when I was in high school. And if you've ever been to a Crystal Method show or if you ever want to go and you have issues with seizures, don't go to their shows. They got so many fucking flashing lights at their shit, you will go blind. But I don't know, do they even make music anymore? That was 20 years ago. I forget how old I really am. Even Daft Punk decided to hang it up. Yeah, Chronic. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, of course I could mix your beats, but I don't even know if you would like how I'd mix your beats, because I'm so Michael Browerized. Everything is so clean and separated that I don't know if what I do and what you do would work together. Yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. I'd probably push it too far in decluttering things, and it wouldn't sound right. It wouldn't have the same feel. But, homie, you're getting better. I think at this stage of your production education, it's all about it. Well, dude, I just had a migraine from the 7th level of Hades, so yeah, I get it. It's all about finding a balance between this big, full Phil Spector wall of sound that you've got going on. If you don't know who Phil Spector is, look him up and look past the fact that he ended up killing somebody who's in jail for murder. We're not talking about that part of his life. We're talking about his contribution to engineering and sound. Phil Spector is well, Roderick Griffin, this is what we do on Beat Boutique. Send me whatever it is you're working on. Hit that little button. I don't care if you send me a penny, $1, $10. It's not about the money. It's about us gaming YouTube's algorithm, because it's the only way to make it work. Although I did just find out something about YouTube and Instagram's algorithms today that is completely fucking absurd. The computer picks things to highlight and to promote to people within your own community. So we're almost up to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Same thing on Instagram. They won't even show whatever I'm posting to everybody who is already subscribed to what it is that I'm doing, unless they think, the computer that is, that people will engage, which is fucking stupid. They're already engaged. They're following you already. This is what Pete was talking about. Fuck your automation. Give me a human being, because this is stupid. But this is the way it works. So, Manny Capone, my dude, appreciate it as always. This is how we game the YouTube algorithms. This is how we keep this channel going and growing. So, I mean, without you guys, I wouldn't be doing like 9 out of the 10 shows that I do. The only one that I would be doing without your guys' support and without you guys constantly showing up and fucking with me is RIP TV. Because that one I was doing, I've been doing that since P passed. If you guys been rocking with me since then on Instagram Live, I've been doing RIP TV for years. I just decided in 2020 to move from Instagram onto a new platform of YouTube, and now we've been doing this for over a year. The support from you guys has been inspiring and humbling, and you know I love everybody in the 333. That's why I created all of this, and that's why I do this in particular. Beat Boutique. Let's make your music better together. You know, I got the ears, so, you know, let me hear what you got. Chronic, you sent me 5 or 3? I got 5. I'm playing them all. Fuck it. Boards of Canada, man. I like this one. I like that one. That's the most Boards of Canada beat that you sent me that I could remember. And yeah, we're all going to be on the lookout for your shit. Yeah, no, I like that one. I like that one. So, you know, it's all about your mix game at this point. Your production, you've already got your own style. You're already doing that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, you should do this and put this here, put this there. That's beyond me at this point. You don't need that. It's all about mixing with you. So, what I would like you to do is tap into the power of the Earth's resonant frequencies. 33, 39, 45. Watch any of the beat mixing that I do, and you will see on the bass and the kicks exactly how I make them hit so hard without pushing things and, you know, giving them their own space in order to knock. So on that one in particular, the low end is kind of weak. Now, we've been doing this for a couple months now, so I can say shit sounds kind of weak, and I hope you don't get offended. But the bottom end on that one is not shining through. So you're going to want that kick to snap through there. So yeah, it's all about the bottom end, man. Just DM me if you got particular questions and you need some answers, or you know, if you're literally in the middle of working on it and you want to DM me and FaceTime me, dude, you know I'll answer. If you guys don't think I will, then you don't really know me. I'll fucking answer, and we're going to chop it up. So, yeah, the next time, yeah, they were kind of buried on that one, so that means that you just haven't figured out. If you got one that's buried and one that's muddy and, you know, they're all over the map on the low end, that just means that you haven't figured out how to properly tailor to it so that it has its own space. That's all that means to me. We're going to get there together, homie. You know that. And yes, you know I will fucking answer, and we will chop it up, because I just want to help you guys make your music better. So I need to go to the weed shop real quick. So I'm not going to play anybody's beat and then walk out on it. So I'll play something I've been working on my own album. Yeah, Chronic, you know, I only know this because I've been there before. I'm 20 games deep into this, mixing records, literally 20 games of mixing, 20 years of just mixing records. It's what I do. So, you know, I'm 10 toes deep into this shit. So let my experience and the path that I have walked lead you in any way it possibly can. So why I run to the weed shop and go hit up our sponsor, Cushwick Farms. I'm going to play you something I've been working on. I probably played this before, but whatever. I'll be right back. Yes, that will eventually end up on my album. Yeah, I'm making an album. It's a thing. So, Buck, let me get into your Pro Tools session that you sent me. Yeah, everybody follow each other. This is what we do. Collaborate, make beats, make music with each other, throw ideas into the fucking ether and see what happens, man. I know that since Billy Lines and Dot and myself make music together, I am way more productive with beats when I got people to throw things at and help me get them. Maybe I get stuck somewhere, and you know, Billy Lines never fails to help get me out of whatever I'm stuck on. Alright, we gotta wait for this thing to uh-oh, Buck. Uh-oh, Buck. I think you have some, hold on. Yeah. Alright, so Buck, what you're going to have to do is, resave that session. Save a copy as, because you have some disk allocation issues. So I am missing, as you can see, most of your beat is ghosted out because they are on your native drive, on your passport drive. So you got some saved on one drive and some parts saved on another drive on your computer. So anybody, if you have multiple discs running and saving things to multiple different places, if you run out of room, especially in Pro Tools, it'll automatically just write it to another disk. So you need to make sure that all of your files have the same disk allocation. So the best way to do it is at the end, just save a copy of it and put that in a drive. That way you know everything is there. So yeah, you're gonna have to redo that again, because I'm not gonna sit here and play your song that half of the beat is missing. That's not fair. So resend that to me, homie, and we'll get to it. All right, so Keen Observer. Gotta send it to me again, I think. I don't think I got it in my email. I know I use... Oh, there it is. No, that's the receipt for your hoodie purchase. Yeah, send it to me again, dude. And while we wait for you guys to figure that out, Manny Capone, welcome to the Thunderdome. Let's push that bottom end. That synth in the bottom, let's push that louder. And that sample, the vocal sample, you can push that up a little bit. You might not even have to push it so much. If you go and EQ it and make it a little bit brighter, you won't have to push it farther. But if you like the tone that it is, let's push it a little bit harder. I know it's rare that I say that, to push things in the mix. I'm usually the exact polar opposite and telling people to tame things down and bring them down a bit. But let's push that one a little bit harder. I mean, you'll never see me redline in Pro Tools. And if I do, that's with the understanding that it's just like a car. If you touch the red line on your tachometer, your engine doesn't explode. But if you keep it there, it's going to. Same thing with Pro Tools and any other DAW. It's designed with a buffer in it that when it hits that red light and tell you you're clipping, you're not actually clipping yet, but you're getting fucking close and it's time to dial it down a bit. You'll hear it clip. It's fucking digital music. If you push it too far, you'll hear it. You might not hear it while it's playing. It's very important that once you have bounced your files and like you're done mixing or whatever, to go check the bounce, because it's going to sound different than the open DAW that you're working in, no matter what. I do not care. It never sounds exactly the same. There's always something. You know, especially Pro Tools, you're fucking 30, 40 channels going at once. Everything's separated, and now you're asking this computer to process it all down to 1 2-track file. There is going to be some issues. So working with Michael, he used to always do that. He'd get done with this mix and he'd bounce it, and then now it's time to go listen to that bounce as just a 2-track to make sure it's as close as it can possibly be to what we just did. So there's a little bit of tip for you. But yes, push those a little bit harder, homie. I'm not saying push into the limit, but don't be scared. And, I mean, Havoc has always said it's all about the drums. It's all about the drums. It's all about the drums. So make them drums hit and be snappy. All right, man, let's see what else you got. Well, there's nothing. It just says your name. All right. But yeah, on that one, just push it. Push that bottom end a little bit. And if you want some production tips from me, add another guitar layer or two instead of just that one. Maybe you can add some harmonics or something. But, you know, I'm a big advocate for layering. The beats that I make usually got like 40 or 50 fucking layers because I'll put one note on one layer because I'm an idiot like that. But that's just how I do it. That's just me. There's nobody else that does it like I do, and there's no way that does it like you do. That's why we're all individuals. So, don't be afraid to try to make it knock, because getting them drums to snap and to knock are very important. Now, one thing that I do when I'm mixing beats, and I do the same thing when I'm mixing vocals, just with a different part. Whenever I think I'm done with the mix, I'll go and take my drum bus and just push it up like a half a decibel, because I know that me listening to the same thing on loop for the last 4 or 5 hours or whatever, or 3 days, that I will get into a sonic sense of a sonic lull. I will get comfortable with what I'm doing, and I will think it hits properly when I know it doesn't. And also, I'm mixing things like I want them to sound, because that's my job. But it's not about me. I'm not buying these records. So with P, whenever I would mix any of his records, whenever I thought I was done, I would take his main vocals and just push them up like 0.3 dB or a half of a dB or something, because I know that I've put them in a spot that I have gotten too comfortable with and they don't stick out far enough. And I didn't know that until I had done, I don't even know how many records with him. And just every single time he kept asking the same thing. Oh, you push the vocals up just a little bit? And then he'd be like, yep, that's perfect. As soon as I would do it, I'm like, I kept putting them in a space that was a little bit too buried down for what he wanted. So then I'd have to adjust and like, oh, let's not be stupid. This isn't my record. It's his record. And it's P. He's been doing it infinitely longer than I had at that point. So, you know, you gotta listen to the ones who have walked before you, and he definitely has walked before me. Good God, his Prodigy. This guy's worked with all the best producers and engineers on the planet. So to even just, you know, to get in that mix of people means you made it somehow, at least a little bit. And then the hardest part is staying there. It's not making it, it's staying there. The fuck else was I just going to say to you guys? I don't know. My brain's been a little bit mashed potato these past couple of days. I am not on point, as you would say. I will show you guys something hilarious. Shout out to Tian, my motherfucking homie out in the UK. Yo, I want to show you guys the difference between smoking weed in America and smoking weed in London. America. Product advertisement, name, placement, all that shit. And then there's a little warning at the bottom. Smoking weed in the UK. Anyway, I probably didn't even fucking see that because I had this shit up. Alright, America. Bluntmill. See, warning, cigars are not a safe alternative to cigarettes. That's all it says. It doesn't warn you about cancer or anything. It just says it's not a safe alternative. The UK. Smoking clogs your arteries, people, and it's got a dude with half his foot cut off. On the package. Smoking kills. Quit now. What the fuck, yo? Tobacco smoke contains over 70 substances known to cause cancer. Awesome. Let's see what other warnings they got. Here's a baby in a coffin. You still want to smoke blunts in London? I like how they have the name up here, Coral. Like, it's all soft and whatnot, and then they got a dead baby. Smoking can kill your unborn child. What else they got? Your smoke harms your children, family, and friends. Who the fuck is going to be holding a baby blowing smoke into its face like that? The fuck is this shit? This is the 50s. You don't smoke on airplanes anymore. Jesus Christ. London, get it together. And then, what's the other one they sent me? Quit smoking. Stay alive for those close to you. And they got a father dying with his 2 kids laying on his chest. Well, children, you shouldn't be laying on his chest if he's dying from lung cancer. Get it together. Yeah, smoking kills. Quit now. Quite a vast difference between America and the UK. America. Cigars are not a safe alternative to cigarettes. That's the only warning you get. The UK. Yeah, your baby's gonna die. What in the actual fuck? As I sit here and roll this blunt. I don't have no kids, and I ain't got no kids on the way, so I'm good money. Yo, Andrew. I have finally figured out which loot pack and drum pack that I'm going to combine together for this month, so you already know, homie. Yeah, no, this is fucking crazy. Look at that. This guy's foot's cut off. I wonder if this has ever actually worked. I wonder if anybody's actually seen this guy missing a couple toes and said, you know what? I'm not going to smoke anymore. I like my toes. That shit's wild to me. What the fuck? Fucking crazy. Christopher Granados. Welcome to the Thunderdome, homie. Dope. Christopher, dude, I really like your production style, man. Like a lot. I really do. So what little advice do I got for you on this one? Make those drums slap. Now, there's a balance between the style of production that you do versus the drums. Because you don't want them to hit too hard because that's not really your style. But you got to make them hit a little bit harder than that. Yeah. Just overall, take your drum bus and push it up. Kicks got to hit a little bit harder. Those hi-hats could come up a little bit more. Snare could be a little bit snappier. Other than that, dude, I really, really like your style. It harkens a lot more to my own style, so I guess that's kind of why I like it. But that shit is fucking clean, dude. Very clean. Just get those drums snappy. And, you know, that's why I do all the live mixing on YouTube. And I don't talk while I do it. I just work. Now, I will interact with you guys via the chat box, but I don't put my mic up and I don't talk when I'm working. But this is why I do it, so that you guys can, if you think what I'm doing is the proper path and whatnot, then you can see exactly how I do it. I don't hide anything from you guys. There is no tricks and tips that I got to keep to myself. There's only one, and Pete told me never to tell anybody how I do it because it's me. But I don't record rappers in person anymore, so maybe one day I'll let that secret out to the world, because I can't hold the knowledge like that. Even though I created that method of what I'm talking about, I literally created it, and it's mine and mine only. I don't want to keep it like that because I kept it from the public because everybody was competition. And then once I got with P, you know, I was only working with him, so I didn't even care. It didn't even bother. I didn't even register to try to show other people this trick and whatnot. But he told me, don't ever tell anybody how you do that. But I will tell you guys eventually. I'll make a YouTube video explaining how I do some of the things that I do in detail. But yeah, dude, your style is fucking dope, man. I really like it. All right, Buck. I'm going to download this again. And while that's downloading, we'll go into this email. Keen Observer, send it to the email that is posted up at the top, 333 Beat Boutique, because once again, it's not in my main email. And I'm not sure why, because, dude, we've known each other for a long time, and I know you got my fucking email. So while we wait, I will play Andrew's joint all the way from Berlin. This is dope, dude. I like it. Yeah, this is cool, dude. So what I would do, and I think Billy Lines can agree with me because we do this shit all the time, is I would add another bass line on top of that one that's a little bit deeper and really drives the low end. I believe that Billy Lines and myself did a beat together that had like fucking 8 bass lines on it once. Billy Lines, refresh my memory. I know it was above 5 bass lines on that motherfucker, but it all worked. That was the funny thing. Now, if you took one of those bass lines away, it kind of didn't work. But all of them stacked on top of each other, it ended up fucking working. I think Billy Lines did 2 bass lines to it. I did 1 or 2, and then Boz did 1 or 3. And then we ended up combining all of them together, and it ended up working. So, don't be afraid to put another bass on top of that bass. Yeah, dude, we put so many fucking basses on that one beat. I don't even remember which one it was, but it worked. It worked. And nobody would ever know that there was more than one. That's for sure. They might have been able to pick out 2 of them, but they would not have known there was 5 of them on that motherfucker. So, yeah, add another bass to that one, something on the lower end. And the bass that's already in, push that up a little bit. It's a little bit too buried. The rest of it, cool. Drums are nice and snappy and clean, which rappers are going to look for, because then it sounds like there's space for their vocals. And everything else is pretty well balanced and perceivable. And that's very key, is that everything is perceivable. All right, Buck. Let's see if we got it to work this time, homie. Clearly we did. See what the big homie's got for me today.
Kings and queens are down great degrees somehow. Probably value things below God, just how we do now. Money make moves, blah, blah. Power's not just you dumb. By any means, get you some. Power to the deep in the quarters opposed to walk. Straw goes short, or the draw. We don't all get along. Love bound on the shore. We on the same mission. Some say that I'm strange, others say that I'm different. It's hard to understand the talented and gift, trying to comprehend beforehand. Vision, ambition, ancestor of greatness. I snitching, sibling of fake shit. Won't state some block association. Through the sentences, negative from correlation. At the core to relation, a common goal. Paved with cracks and holes and forks to roll. We was trying to make places called our home. Homes with acres, oasis of likes we ain't know. And though I plan with due diligence, my circle got smaller every year. We were kings and queens in downgrade degrees somehow. Probably value things below God, just how we do now. Money make moves, blah, blah. Power's not just you dumb. By any means, get you some. Power to the people. We were kings and queens in downgrade degrees somehow. Probably value things below God, just how we do now. Money make moves, blah, blah. Power's not just you dumb. By any means, get you some. Power to the people. We were kings and queens in downgrade degrees somehow. Probably value things below God, just how we do now. Money make moves, blah, blah. Power's knowledge, you dumb. By any means, get you some. Power to the people.
All right, so Buck, clearly evident by me just fucking with this for like 20 seconds. Balance and panning. So on your beat, the main synth thing, do some drops and some mutes on those so it's not the same for the whole 3 minutes. You can you can see it's in 3 separate parts. So just play within those 3. You can flip that little sample or loop that you've created by muting each of those 3 sections in different parts throughout the track. And you already know, homie, good luck mixing all those vocals, because mixing vocals is not easy at all, no matter whose voice it is. And then your panning. I'm looking at the panning, dude. They're all kind of stacked on top of each other. So just by giving them space in different places, kicks go in the middle. Why your kicks are at like 10 and 20 is beyond me. You know better than that. We've been friends for too long for you to do that, homie. Same thing with the snare. Snare should be in the middle, kicks in the middle, bass in the middle, vocals in the middle, everything else built around it. And then just balance. In the session that you sent me, I didn't even know that buzzing sound was in there. I had to push it up like 5 dB just to even have it be present. So that's what I said earlier, is when you're creating music, you know it's there because you put it there. But when you go to mix it, don't make the mistake of burying things so deep because you want it to be subtle that it's imperceivable. There's a difference between subtle and imperceivable, and clearly the difference is you can't fucking hear it. So, subtleties. Push it to where you think you want it to be. Visit it on another day and see if it's still in that place within your mix. And then if you're still having questions, send it to me and ask. You know, I will. You already know, dude. I will help. You guys should know I'm easily accessible. You got questions, I will answer them. Instagram me, email me, I'm all about it. We are just here to make everybody's music better. So, keen observer, see what you got. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I'm willing to guess those are probably Havoc's drums. Dude, you've been working on the keys. So you guys, I've known Keen Observer for it's got to be 12 years, 13 years at this point. And, dude, that's the best beat that I've heard you make that you didn't sample. And you have definitely been practicing on the keys. Good job, homie. Excellent hi-hat and crash work. Open hi-hat work. Excellent. Hits right in the right spot. Very clean. Not too much sizzle on it. Excellent work. Alright, Hobie, get rid of those horns and replace it with something else. I'm not saying the production idea is bad, the sound doesn't fit well. Get rid of those horns, do something else. Orchestra hit, strings, something. Multiple horns on top of each other instead of just that one push through. Something. Jazz that up a little bit. And add a bass line, homie. Your mixes are sounding pretty good though, dude. Layer drums over top of it, homie. The little bit of percussion that is inside of that sample is completely buried. So whatever's in there, just layer it on top of it. I know you know how. You see guys with Keen Observer used to always use samples for beats. And then one day decided he wanted to play everything. So you've got to see both ends of that spectrum. But yeah, layer some drums over top of that. Even if you want it to sound like it's just the sample, at least put some drums over what's already there and then bury it in the mix so you can still actually hear them. Yeah. Andrew, what up? Yeah, that one's dope, dude. I got nothing for you. That shit is fire. Very well done. Maybe make the bass pop a little bit. Other than that, I really got nothing for you, dude. That shit is dope. Alright. So. Billy Lines. Alright, everybody. Get out the credit card and mirror. I've just been really busy, and then I was a little bit under the weather, and then I had to catch up to everything. So I'll get it back going, man. I've been a little bit busy. You know, I've been a little bit busy. In my afternoons, I've been trying to, I haven't been doing the Dower Hour. Basically, all of February I didn't do the Dower Hour, so I will get back into it. Yeah, but I just been... There's only one of me, dude. Anyway. I appreciate the inquiry. And I was thinking about today when I was walking the dog. I was just like, yo, I'm supposed to do Dower Hour when I get back from the wolf walk. And I've just been doing other things. So I will get back to it. Anyway. Break out your mirrors and your credit cards. It's time to do a line. Dude, there's parts of that I really fucking like a lot. So, what Billy Lines has done is take something that we already did and flipped it on its head a little bit. Where is what I'm looking for? So Billy Lines and myself made this together. Dude, Thank you, everybody. That was a beat that I had been working on, and I got stuck on it, and I sent it to Billy Lines, and he flipped it on its head and sent it back to me, and that it was easy to finish after that. But yeah, thank you. That's William Linnell and myself getting busy. Well, now I want to hear some other things that we've been working on. You guys know this beat that Billy Lines and myself made together, because this was a Brooklyn experience. Fire. Alright, what else you guys got for me? Manny Capone. One more trip into the Thunderdome, homie. Good chords. Yeah, keep working on that one. It's a good idea. Keep working on it. So, you guys cannot be scared to use unconventional things for your percussion. There's an album by... It's my favorite non-rap producer of all time, easily. Bonobo. Black Sands is the album. And in the entire album, he doesn't use one drum for any of the percussion. He just uses random shit. And for one of the songs, he threw a quarter into an empty fishbowl and used that. So do not be afraid to venture outside the norm. And the reason I even brought that up, Manny Capone, is because when that first, whatever the fuck it is you use for the kick hit, I had to look behind me and make sure that somebody wasn't knocking on the door. So that's always a good sign. Keen Observer, I got you, homie. What else you sent me? But yeah, so yeah, Easy ID. Check out Black Sands by Bonobo. Actually, check out all of Bonobo's music. If you guys are into down tempo and things of that nature, Bonobo is pretty much the god of that music. And their live shows are absolutely incredible. Simon's a really fucking humble and cool dude, too. Of course I've listened to Flying Lotus. Of course I've listened to Flying Lotus, homie. Dude, you should send that to like TV placement companies. That's the type of music they're looking for. It might not be murder music, but it'll make you some money. Alright. What else do we got? Nothing in there. I already heard that one. Oh, you sent me that thing twice. That's why.
I said it makes no
Yeah, make that one more like the first part. Too much repetitiveness. And now I know you have to think fourth dimensionally when you're making rap beats that there will be a rapper on it. So there's always that part. But the key is if you could make a simple loop like that and not get annoying, then you've nailed it. And that's the genius in Havoc himself. Early Havoc. Now he plays everything. Havoc's fucking incredible. But the genius in early Havoc was he would find some loop. And you could literally listen to that loop forever and never get tired of it. And that is a skill that is inherent to very, very few. Let me see if I got something in here. Very few. Forget about Hav on the drums, but his ability to find Alchemist is the same way. How you find a loop that you can just play and not get tired of it. It's a very, very difficult. I don't think this hard drive that I'm looking for is plugged in. Let's see if I can plug this in. Let me play another beat while I'm plugging this hard drive in. Hi-hats. Needs hi-hats. Hi-hats, homie. Need some hats. It seems like it's just missing one or two things, and I think it's all in the percussions. But, I always thought your sampling skills were dope, so good job. Alright, so I'm going to play, now that I just brought up Emancipator. I went to Oregon for a couple weeks. Spent like 10 days in the studio with Emancipator, and we made a bunch of stuff. But let me play. Never finished any of it, but let me play a couple of these things and see what you guys think of. See if I should revisit these and continue on. Come on. Word. It's hilarious to listen to that. So all of those sounds in there are all bugs and birds. Like most of the percussion in there was bugs. Because if you guys have ever been to Portland, you are literally like in an enchanted forest everywhere you go. And when we were working on music one morning, because we were literally wake up and just get started and work all fucking day. He probably got annoyed with me being there, but whatever. It is what it is. But we were working one morning and there was this bird sitting on the power line literally right outside his window. And his window was open. And we were working on this beat and this bird kept making this noise in the middle of it. And I just looked at him. I was just like, yo, we're putting this bird in this beat. And then it kind of evolved from there and put mad bugs and crickets and grasshoppers and just a whole bunch of nature in there, which I'm a big advocate of. A lot of the sounds I use are nature and heartbeats and things like that because it's inherent to you. A heartbeat everyone heard for 9 months, maybe less, but at least 6 months. Everyone heard a heartbeat inside the womb. There's a sound that you will always be inherent and natural to you. So on Hegelian, I put a heartbeat behind a lot of the kicks. You just can't tell. You're not supposed to be able to tell. All right, I got 2 more that we made. Actually, I got 3 more, but maybe I'll play them. Computer is not running too fast right now, people. Come on. That was all right. There's a cool thing about working with Emancipator. He's got so many instruments from around the entire world. All right, so this is. I'm going to. This is off of my album. I don't think I've ever played this one before, but this one's got a lot of work to do. But I'm kind of stuck somewhere with it. Again, this is me and Emancipator, which I didn't even ask him to jump on my album. I mean, I wanted him to. He's my favorite producer. This is not Alchemist. But when I was playing him all the things I was working on for my album, he just looked at me. He's just like, "Yo, I want in." Kind of like what I do to you guys. Yo, I want in. So, yeah, this is me and Emancipator. This is on my album. I don't know when the fuck I'm going to put it out. Yeah, I mean, you can always tell the beat that I made because it is minor chords galore. Alright, so I got one more that me and Emancipator worked on, and me and Billy Lyons are going to pick it up where we left off. It's the John Wick of rap. I'm a man of extraordinary focus and commitment. See? I'm notorious for doing it, people. Heartbeats, nature sounds, bugs, birds, dolphins, cheetahs. As a matter of fact, I played you this before, but I'm gonna play it again as another example. Of nature sounds galore. Alonzo, what up, homie? So, I heard, because I made it, I mean, I mixed it, and I made him put these inherent sounds in there. There's like 10 different things that I put in there that I think the only one you might be able to hear is a police siren, because I want to cause a lot of anxiety, like it was like you had trouble breathing with this record, hence the name Breathe. So there are breath sounds. I know I sampled somebody that was running out of breath. There's a fucking police siren. There's a cheetah in there. Every time the guitar hits, there's a bobcat, because all these sounds, when you hear them, just cause anxiety. And that's what I did. So, enough about all that shit. Chronic Dro, The Winning Edge. Let's see if it's the winning edge. Dirty Wheels, what up? Good bass, Chronic. I like the mix is pretty good on this one. Yeah. No, I have not. No, I have not. Alonzo, no, I don't use reference tracks. For instance, that Breathe song is a dubstep song. I've never mixed dubstep records before, but I just had listened to a few songs that Mark had already been working on and kind of figured out where things sit at in that world, and then just brought my own interpretation. When I was younger, I was always told, use rough reference tracks of something, and you should. If you haven't really mastered mixing yet, you should pull up something that you're influenced by, because it's already been mixed and mastered professionally, so it's definitely something to aim for. If, we'll go. I've never been there. And then it gives you something to aim for, right? And then eventually you'll have your own sonic voice, your own imprint, and your own style. There's goods and bads to that. Sometimes people just want you to professionally mix something. They don't want you interpreting it. So you do have to be wary of that. And then eventually, if you do this long enough, you'll get people that'll come to you for what it is that you do. And that's when it gets fun, because then you can just create. Jerry Green, what up, homie? And generally I think I've made it to that point. So whenever I mix somebody's music, I'm free to create at will, to do it how I see fit. And then Alonzo, what I think about that is true until you find a mixing engineer that you work well with. if you found somebody that you two have a good synergy and whatnot, then you know they're not going to kill your mix, because Steve is right on that. These mastering engineers, boy, they be killing it. Thank you, homie. I try to create in the space and not just make it just some. I try to make it an experience. Every song is its own experience. I want it to feel like you're inside of it, like it's surrounding you and you're literally inside of this. If you close your eyes, you're literally inside of the record. And that's what I've always tried to create. Alonzo, was funny when we were mastering the Book of Revelation. Tony Gillis. Shout out to Tony. Tony said that my mixes were elegant, which I thought was the funniest word to use for Prodigy and Mobb Deep records. Elegant. Hilarious. But an accepted compliment. So, all right. I think that's it for tonight. Yeah. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys bring me life, and sometimes I really need that. So, it's Friday. It's a rare Friday show. So, March's beat battle is on. If you would like to enter the beat battle and jump into the Thunderdome, then DM me or email me, and I will facilitate this month. It will be 2 for the price of 1. Them the Breaks Volume 1, which is 3,000 or so breaks, and Back in the Loop Volume 1, which is 58 sample and royalty-free loops from this twisted brain to you. So if you've already got Back in the Loop Volume 1, then let me know and I'll just send you them some breaks. And if you would like to enter the beat battle, hit me up on some social media or email type and I will make it happen. And let's see, what am I going to do this month? Well, I'm definitely giving out hoodies and t-shirts. That's for sure. Oh, we're almost up to 2,000 subscribers. That means another giveaway coming up. So, the merch, the 333 merch line is finally up and running and active. T-shirts and the Good Fight hoodies on deck. So, let them know that we're fighting the good fight. And yes, I put them on the insides of the sleeves so you can let people know when you exult that you're fighting a good fight. And as with me, there's always a hidden message underneath of the hood. As always, I'm going to hold it down for P till somebody got to hold it down for me. So, if you guys want a hoodie or a t-shirt, hit me up. I do take... I'm different than everybody. Let me know what color combinations you want, and we'll see if I can make that happen. Because I do go to the manufacturer and we make these one at a time. Because I'm very hands-on like that. So, white with black already available. The maroon also exist, but this one comes in a sweatsuit, and I have many other things on the way. There will be hats very soon. That's the next jump I gotta make. And as always, our 333 RIPP socks. So hit me up if you guys are interested. Those of you who have already hit me up, I cannot tell you how appreciative and humbled I am that you guys fuck with the shit that I come up with, because I literally make things that I would wear myself. So if nobody else gets them, at least I'll wear it myself. So, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you in about 24 hours for RIP TV. So, I haven't come up with a playlist, and since I've been kind of slacking lately, I think I'll leave it up to you guys. So, RIP TV is going to be an all request line. So, think of what P and Mobb Deep songs you want to hear, and I will play them. Until then, RIPP 333. I'll see you soon, y'all.